Hey guys, I wanted to show you one of the tunings that I'm using on the ukulele. I use two mainly, the standard and this tuning, which I call fourths tuning. I don't really know what it's called, but I call it fourths tuning because it's tuned in all fourths. But anyways, if you're like me, you're coming from guitar, it's sort of hard to not think about the guitar and visualize the guitar when you're playing the ukulele. So what I mean is when I hold this guitar, I'm thinking like, oh, this is the low E string, A, D, and then the G string like on the guitar. So I'm gonna play like G chord shapes, but it's not. It doesn't work that way. Instead, it's more of like the top four strings of the guitar, and even this one, even just like making my brain know that this is not a D chord, it's a G chord. Takes work. So I'm still working on that. But anyways, with the first problem of like remembering that this is the top four strings of the guitar, not the lower four strings. So one of the tunings I've been using is what I call the fourths tuning. I really don't know what it's called. I tried to Google it, but I'm pretty sure it's called something. But I just call it fourths tuning. So what you do is you could go two ways. You could raise these two strings, or you could lower these two strings half a step. So right now the standard tuning is GCEA, so I'm going to raise this to F, E to F, and this one A to A sharp or B flat. So that would allow me to use the G chord shapes that I'm so familiar with. So let's do that first. Okay, so now I could use, I could use these G chord shapes that I know on the guitar. Here's my G chord. Well, it's really a B flat chord, but in my mind, it's easy to, to switch using the G shape chords. Here's my 1 chord, my 4 chord, the 5 chord. This would be like your D/F sharp on guitar. My E minor 7, my A minor 7, but it's just this one, I guess. But yeah, so, oh, and this one, D. So if I played using these shapes, it's kind of easy for me to play. So I've been using this tuning a lot, even in fingerstyle arrangements. I find that, especially if you have the low G tuning ukuleles, I find that the melody is just right there. It's easy to reach, and I still have those lower sounding notes. So it's really good for fingerstyle. But it's just great if you want to like start singing right away and you want to use chord shapes that you're familiar with. I highly recommend using this tuning. Now, like I said earlier, instead of raising these two strings, you could just lower this. So let me show you what that sounds like. It's a little bit this is my preference, raising these top two. So let me go back down to E. This one is A, and this one I'm gonna lower this now to B. Oops. This is G. I'm gonna lower it to F sharp. There you go. It sounds pretty good still to me, but I do prefer the other one. So hopefully you found this helpful as you're trying to learn ukulele coming from acoustic guitar. I do recommend that you do learn the notes on the ukulele, which is what I'm doing too, is you learn exactly what the notes are in standard tuning, because it's gonna help you a long ways as you progress.